So let's go into complete the square part 1 of method. And so for this one, it's asking for what is the intermediate step in the form x plus a squared equals b as a result of completing the square for the following equation. So we are going to complete the square for this thing. We're going to do the process of completing the square. So remember to do that, we want to bring everything, or all of the x terms to one side. So I'm going to subtract x, and then we're going to get 2x squared plus 8x equals negative 368. We're actually going to leave the negative 368 on that side, okay? So we just actually want to bring all the x terms to one side. So we're leaving the negative 308 on the right side. And then notice that it says 2x squared plus 8x. We don't like the 2 over here. So to get rid of it, since it's being multiplied to the x squared, we're going to divide by 2. Whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other. So I'm dividing both sides by 2. And so that way, this becomes x squared because the 2 and the 2 cancel out. And then the 8 divided by 2 gives me 4x. So x squared plus 4x, because I divided everything by 2, equals negative 368 divided by 2 gives us negative 184. So everything got divided by 2. Okay, pausing here, are there any questions? Okay, so then we need to figure out what to add to both sides to complete the square. So to complete the square, remember, the formula is b over 2 squared. This is what we're going to add to both sides. So what is our b value? It's the 4. So we have 4 over 2 squared. 4 divided by 2 is just 2. And then 2 squared is 4. So we are going to add 4 to both sides. So x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to negative 184 plus 4. So notice that all I did was I just added 4 on both sides. I'm going to rewrite this over here because I have more space. And then negative 184 plus 4 is negative 180. So I just simplified that bit. Are there any questions up till here? Okay, so from here, we want to rewrite it as this form. X plus b over 2 squared equals the negative 180. So the b over 2 is 4 over 2. Remember, our b value is this number. If that arrow wasn't big enough, that number, that's your b value. So I just plug it into our formula. So x plus 4 over 2 squared equals negative 180. And so let's simplify that again. X plus 4 divided by 2 is just 2. So this is x plus 2 squared is equal to negative 180. Now, if you forgot why this thing and this thing are equal, I will show it to you one time just in this example. But trust me that this squiggly part, this part, and this squiggly part are exactly the same. So x plus 2 squared, remember, is x plus 2 times x plus 2. And I'm going to show you that it is equal to x squared plus 4x plus 4. So to show you that, let's FOIL it. F in FOIL stands for first. The O in FOIL stands for outer. The I in FOIL stands for inner. And the L in FOIL stands for last. So if you simplify this thing, you will get exactly the same thing as this. X squared plus 4x plus 4. And so that is why those two boxed pieces are equal, which means our two squiggly things are equal as well. And so finally, in our Delta Math answer box, you can put x plus 2, and then you could put negative 180. Are there any questions on this one? X plus 2 squared equals negative 180. X plus 2 squared is equal to negative 180. Okay, let's do another one. All right, so this one looks slightly more complicated, but it's okay. It's the same idea. Let's bring everything with an x to one side and everything that's just a plain old regular constant number to the other side. Let's first bring over the 15x. So this gives me x squared plus 20x plus 99 is equal to, those cancel out, is equal to 15. So now the x terms are all on the left. That's good, but I need to move the 99. So I'm going to move the 99 by subtracting 99. I'm going to draw my line like that. So then we have x squared plus 20x. Those cancel out, equals 15 minus 99. That's a negative 84. Okay, and so from here, we now have all of the x terms on one side and the constant term on the other side, which is exactly what we want. Now we'll figure out what we want to add to complete the square. So remember to add, to complete the square, we're going to add this formula, b over 2 squared. What is b? It's the 20, positive 20, because it's a plus 20x. So I'm going to have positive 20 over 2 squared, which is 10 squared, which is 100. So I will be adding 100 to both sides. Oops, I didn't need to do that. I'm going to erase this. Let's add 100 to both sides. So I just add the 100 is equal to negative 84 plus 100. Okay, so let's rewrite this over here. And then what is negative 84 plus 100? That's 16. Okay, any questions up until this point? So remember the formula for this is x plus b over 2 squared equals the 16. Okay, so what is our b value? Remember our b value is the 20. So it's x plus 20 over 2 squared equals 16. And so this is x plus 10 squared equals 16 because 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay, so I know I showed it in the last one, but I'm not going to show it this time, but just take my word that this part that I'm underlining is exactly equal to this part that I'm underlining. I'm not going to show it, but remember that if you FOIL this thing, you will get that thing. Okay, so let's put this in over here. This is our final answer. X plus 10 squared is equal to 16. So that's your final answer. And because none of you had questions earlier, I'm just going to submit it now. X plus 10 squared equals 16. X plus 10 squared is equal to 16. Okay, and then that's it for this video.